there was an old, I say old, there's a Patton Oswalt bit.
Wanted to blow people's minds. You got to go back at least 50 years, right? Oh, you're not going to believe 2009. There's men on the moon. There's phones in our pockets. It's amazing. But now I realize I can go back 10 years. I could go confront myself in 1999 and watch his eyeballs explode if I told him how awesome things were right now.
Where it's like, man, if only you could go back in time to, go talk to your 13-year-old self and go, see him on the street. Oh man, you got a Walkman. That is so cool. I remember that Walkman. All right, now think about this. I want you to take that tape out, break it in half, and the thing that's left, the size of that holds all the music ever.
Right.
Like that's where we're at now. You could have every single thing that's out there, generally speaking. Now there's definitely some stuff that is hard to find. But the vast majority, like any top 40 song, you're gonna find it. And you're probably gonna find the FLAC version. You're probably in sometimes they'll just like the artist will release the song, it's the instrumental itself,
Right.
that happens plenty of times too. Ones that I mean I could, now it's nothing special because it was one of the easiest songs in the game, but I could 5-star the on expert say it ain't so. I could do that.
Nice.
From someone who's never played the drums before to being able to do that. Yeah. And there was one, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was one, I don't know why it was classified as the 5 devil ones, but I could make it through that one on expert, and there's no reason why I should be able to. See, these were perfect before, and now they're not. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not gonna mess with it. I think it's the program. It's gotta be. This is whenever I put it through 2,500 pages. There's like, no, don't want to do that ever again. I'm just kind of curious. Like, what's it do? They said there wasn't a limit. They just didn't know.
Right.
Apparently, I did get it up to 1,500, and it still didn't. It didn't crash at 1,500. Say that much. This was way stupider than I thought, but whatever. I bet you it doesn't even matter. I bet you it just. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. Perfect. And then save it again just in case. Holy shit. And then that back up. This here. So let's compile this bullshit. Okay. Oh, real quick. Here's the first section, just so you see it. So 3214.
As pages.
See if it'll crash as pages.
Okay.
So edit this. It's gonna fucking crash. Nope. There it is. Yeah, it did not like that. So second page. This is the second section. Okay, close on that, which is only 823. This will work. This will show. And come on, where are you at? I know you're there. Oh yeah, there, Chugs.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Ah. I think this will be one. Will be okay. I don't know how this one's. I don't even know how this one looks. I haven't even looked at it. 1360. There it is. There it is.
Wow.
Just nightmare. Just a there's crash. Haha. Nice. Okay.
Oh man.
All right. You know what the problem is? They start doing what I do. I gotta really fuck them up with something worse than this, and I don't know what I could do. All right. I really don't. Do you wanna? Do you? There it is. All right.
Oh my gosh.
5,700 even.
Oh my God.
That's great. And this is the long. Oh, cool. All right, it's done. All right. Let's watch this. Now this will be the karaoke video. So this is most of it done. Then we just need to do.
So ass is the file type?
It's ass is the subtitle format. Be a nightmare. Let the on the fashion, yeah. Ah, God damn it! did look pretty fucking ridiculous. Okay, so here's somewhat of a fun part. All right, so now I have a whole bunch of pinups that I have had been pre-made.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine made them for me, and I use them as a kind of a template on
Okay.
just for the prompts because I don't know how to do the prompts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's really just let's do this one. This one's an easy one. There's prompt. All right. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let's do this that way. Yeah, that process. This is where it gets. I don't know what. So it's matrix, right? So let's do it that way. We want do black hair, straight black hair. All right, cat. Good God. Apparently it's lap time. And the problem with my cat, Georgia, is like she likes lap time, but she likes to sit in such a way where she could fall off pretty easily. Trench coat into that. Yeah, okay. Painting. Let's take this off because I never liked these.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, stop it. Uh, UILITY. Then high quality, realistic illustration. City and night, standing, fine. Yeah, that needs that. Yeah, because painting sometimes makes it weird. I don't know why. It just happens.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's see. We get to that. All right, and then run it again. uh, you wouldn't believe how hard it was to just get this one. No, it shouldn't have. But every single time, like to see this was all great. Behind the window, it was always fucked up because it was like you're in a train going, left to right, right? Why are there train tracks going directly into the train? It was such a nightmare to just get to that point of just fine, you're in a train here, that's fine. I don't need it to be that
Right.
because I want it on a train. And see, here's where the painting part I don't particularly care for. There's that kind of
Mhm.
bleed,
Right.
and but generally speaking, it looks pretty okay. Like there is some not great things with it, but as a cursory look, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I will strategically put text where I want it to cover up some spots every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
such as here. Notice this leg is kind of not great, but you don't notice it at first unless I point it out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, how's that going? Yeah, it's taking a bit. Whatever. Uh, but yeah, like usually, like with this one, I got really tired. I just needed like a teacher in a classroom, essentially, to a certain extent. That's what I was going for. And it was such a nightmare to just get this because it wanted too many different things. So what I inevitably started doing was this was one of the last ones I was doing because it was a pain in the butt to get the girl right and the background right. So what I started doing was taking like a prime example, like this one. This one is a rendered the girl and had this part behind, like had this already ready to go kind of thing, and just paste it on top.
Mm-hmm.
Works fine. But then every now and then I have something like worked really well with what I was going for.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I wanted. Oh, good God. There. Look at this.
Nice. That looks really good.
We're not completely done. We're close. We're like 95% of the way there. This right now is all this part is all procedure. Is what I do every time. So it's not that big a
Mm.
deal.
Right.
Like this is standard. It just is slow right now, apparently. Just wants to go slow. There we go. I use HitFilm because it was free, and now I know exactly what I wanted to do.
Right.
So, I would create a new one. I'm on. Okay, and then thumbnail, watermark, outro. Size that. Uh-huh. Yeah, this thing is fair. It's fairly quick. This is a nightmare one though. And yeah, ass is the subtitle format, and that's
Okay.
what it's called.
Yeah.
It's called ass. And yes, we make jokes about it. I make jokes about it all the time. Like, that's a fine looking ass right there. Yeah, it is.
Right.
Did I save it? Hell yeah, back that ass up. Yeah, it's great. I I'm kind of I've thought about wanting to do a girl talk one before because that would be bonkers. And but I much like this, I don't know how. I'm That's what I'm more intrigued about, really. Just kind of like, that's how would that go? Yeah, that would probably be the deal. And then, well, that's the thing is that one would be an interesting one all the way around, just based on what parts would you what parts would you sing? What part? I really need to give it a
Right.
good,
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
straight go. And that sounds. It's. I am. I'm. That's a solid maybe because I've
There would,
been
right.
I've
There'd
been
be a lot.
really thinking about doing one of those. Exactly. But that's kind of what I want. I like that. Yeah, I know it's too long. I yeah, struck a chord with that one. Just like, that sounds interesting and maybe super weird. And because the thing is that it would also mean that I have to add an intro to that. So there's that, which would be kind of easy because all you have to do is get the song beforehand
Right.
and kind of tag it in there. That's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot more moving parts with that one, that I
Mm-hmm.
think you might be interested in seeing because, like I said, you got a really truncated version of this one just based on I was kind of already half working on it anyway. And yeah, it'd be a really I'm gonna have to give it a couple listens for
Yeah.
sure, regardless of whatever, unless it's just something. And I don't want to do something boring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean boring as in a standard video. That seems not really what you're looking for, but also I don't really want to just do a basic one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something interesting, and if that
Mm-hmm.
means, hey, this is the girl talk one's automatically interesting because I don't know what you would think. That seems very interesting.